I just think back to, I was a little girl. I was 9 years old, and we went to a really small country church, and we needed an organist, and no one in the church wanted to do it. And so I was taking piano lessons, and one of the older ladies in the church said, if you will play the piano, I'll turn the pages and I'll press the pedals because my legs wouldn't reach. And so since I was 9 years old until I graduated from high school, that's what I did. But during that process, I got to know some of the nicer ladies. There was a lady named Phyllis. She's the one that would turn the pages and press the pedal. And then if she wasn't there, was another lady named Evie, and she would fill in. Well, I really got to like those two older ladies, and they invited me to their home and asked if I could help them with some spring cleaning, like, cleaning the silverware drawers and polishing cabinets. But beyond that, it was just like the kindness of her, and same with Evie. I struggled a little bit more with my own peers and feeling accepted, and so these were people that loved you just like you were, and they praised you. And so that's kind of I think where I really learned the love of older adults. And then I had worked at the law office for 20 really good years. I thought I definitely would retire there, and then I went through a year of struggle and challenges. I prayed a lot that, I would really want to stay there, and I didn't, and I couldn't understand why God wasn't answering my prayers, because my prayers were such good prayers. It just didn't work out, and I changed, decided to leave that job. My husband said, you spend a lot of time at your work, and so you have to be happy. And so I gave my notice, not really knowing what I was going to do. And my daughter came home from college, and she said, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know, Erica. And then I mentioned something about seniors. And she said, I wonder how many times over the years I've heard you said, if you could do anything you wanted to do, you'd work with seniors. And honestly, it was like a light bulb moment. It took me right back to Evie and Phyllis and those things that I did for them. And that day when I was sitting there, and I thought, gee, I wonder if there are any, older adults that might need a little bit of help with vacuuming or some cleaning, just housekeeping, certainly some cooking, and that's where it began.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I work for Compassionate Care. My first job in the morning is always going to one special lady's house, and we have coffee together, and we have breakfast together. And I never ate breakfast before, but it's almost now on the weekends when I'm at home, I need to eat breakfast. And we visit, we share together, because that's just part of Compassionate Care, I think. And she actually, the lady that I work with, actually helps me just by what she shares, and we just have such a good time together. Before you know it, you're reaching out to give them a hug, or they're reaching out to take your hand. And that is just the neatest, coolest, job, to give love and be loved while you're working.
Hi, Mariel.
Hi.
How are you? Look, I brought you a treat. I brought you some cookies.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I love cookies.
I
I never
know.
turn them down.
Oh, I know,
never
I
turn
don't
them down.
either.
Come on in.
So Elizabeth was here this morning?
Elizabeth was here this morning, and Tricia comes on Monday.
She's become a very good friend, hasn't she?
Elizabeth too.
Well, sure.
Honestly, I feel very close to both of these girls. That's one thing that I wouldn't have if I didn't have Compassionate Care. We're never really alone. I think the on-call has been very good. And I know even if you can't come, you will get an ambulance for me. You will get something. And the next thing that I appreciate the most of all, too, are that you have screened your girls so that I feel very comfortable and very secure with them. And I don't mind them in my home. You know what I mean? And that's one thing, too.
We're just there to help them and care for them and make life easier for them. And I don't have to worry about, oh, what's going to happen at work today? You know, you just don't, because you're a human working with another human. And it's just all about loving them.
You have given me, I think, your two best girls. I think so, but I don't know. With Elizabeth and Tricia, I would recommend your compassionate care to anyone. I would certainly say it has helped me. It has helped me stay in my home.
Compassionate care has opened up my eyes that I am a loving person, and I had a really hard life growing up, and there wasn't a lot of love and a lot of hurt, and I'm just amazed at how the clients that I work for say, "I love you, Elizabeth." I'm just in awe when I hear and see the love that these clients have for me.
Three years ago, I was in therapy suite for a while because I have terrible trouble with my feet. And then before I came home, guys thought he should have somebody to come and clean the house. And then we got Tricia, and guys knew her parents.
Well, to be serious now, she's a sweetheart. She's a very
nice girl.
Nice girl. You're so lucky to have her.
She is so compassionate. She is. We love having her come. We're so thankful because next 2 weeks from today, guys, I'll be 93 and I'm 92, and we're still able to be in our home. And that don't happen very often anymore, you know. Every day is a blessing.
Yeah.
And we always hope we can be a blessing for somebody else too, you know, because people have been so wonderful to us. All I can say is that if experience we have had, that they come true to their name. That is exactly the way we feel about well, especially Tricia, but she is so compassionate, and that is what your name is. Yeah, she represents it well.
There were many times when I felt like, I always felt like I needed a business partner because I love the service, I love the people, but I didn't love business. So I had to learn to wear a lot of hats, and as we were growing, I would get requests, and I remember 2 years in a row getting a request on July 4th. Then it happened at Christmas, got a request on December 17th for 24-hour care, and I thought, oh my goodness, over Christmas, who am I going to get to do this? But it happened. It just kept happening. And, you know, I've been given this service to God all along. I've been praying and praying, and I said, you know, I just can't do this. It's growing. It's so much more than I envisioned, and you're going to have to help me. And every time those challenging times came to me, and it worked, I remember the day I told my husband, I have had a partner the whole time. I've been giving it to God, and He's answered the prayer. He knows that, you know, we are His hands and His heart, and He has allowed us to really service people. And so here it is, 16 years later, and we are serving the best generation. We get so much more than we give. They're so full of wisdom, trust, respect, grateful. you know, it's so wonderful when you can match a caregiver to the right client, and they look forward to them coming to the door. It's like we've kind of grown one step at a time, and our caregivers has just been amazing. We haven't advertised for our help, we've prayed for our help, and you know, I look back and I say, thank you, God, for not answering my prayer. Your prayer was so much better.